The Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. The dead.
Hey guys, we're back live. Thanks for checking us out. This is another episode of Viral Venom. This is number 25, and tonight we're live with special guests, the talented actors Vin Muoio and Matthew White. Both of these actors filmed on the set of Friday the 13th Blood Loss, so we wanted to have a chance to talk to them about filming, what got them involved, their passion for acting, and so on and so forth. But before we get to bring them out, we have to give a special thank you to Michael Claude Thomas and the B Movie Monsters for allowing us to use their song Plan 9 in our intro video. The B Movie Monsters are available on streaming platforms all across the Monsterverse. Make sure to download their newest albums today. Right?
Well, right this second. Do it right now.
Right after this live stream ends, you go download the B Movie Monsters.
After this live stream, go download the music. Do it.
All right, let's see. We already have comments coming in. How cool is that? Lord Gary Dando says, hello, guys. How are you doing today? We're much better now that we're going to be joined by Gary, Vin Muoio, and Matthew White. Clifton Taylor. Oh, my God, Clifton Taylor. He says he's so excited. Mandy, Anthony, Matthew, and Vin. Yep, the gang's all here. You know, Cliff, I was just watching. I didn't get the whole thing in, but I was just watching your interview from the other night. Indie Talk with Jesse and Friend. Please let me know in the comments what the show is so I can give a shout out to them. I was just watching that, though. Let's see. Vin is saying, hi, Clifton. He's writing it in the private chat. Spoiler alert, he's backstage. He's coming out real soon. So we just wanted to go over a couple things real quick before we bring those guys out. For one, we have a sharing contest going for Killer Pizza right now. I had the numbers written down. I don't have access to them right now, but I can tell you that Joshua Lacey is in the lead with a whole bunch of shares. Not too far behind him is Adam King in second place. In third place is Morgan Suzek. So those are the current rankings for those guys. I know they'll check in. They want to know if they're winning prizes or not. First place gets a t-shirt and a hat. Second place gets a t-shirt. And third place gets a lanyard. So they'll probably check it out. Those are the rankings. You can still participate. It goes until Monday. Whoever shares the campaign link the most amount of times wins. It's pretty easy. We also have a deal going on with our other campaign, Boredom and Bloodshed. The next 7 people to donate $50 or more towards any perk gets whichever perk they choose. Plus, you get a free lanyard in addition to that. So Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo right now. Bunch of cool perks available for that one. A ton of horror icons attached to it. Check it out and donate today. If you're not already a part of it, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you at this point. You should be. Boredom and Bloodshed's also live. We reached our original goal, and it's set to go in demand. So if you're looking for guaranteed winning projects, there you go. They're both set to go in demand with an amazing cast attached to them. The finishing funds campaign for Friday the 13th Blood Loss goes live on September 1st. We're going to have a brand new trailer and all new perks available with new promos. It's a completely new campaign for it. It's the last one that we're going to run. It's your last chance to get your hands on some of the screen-used weapons that were never available before. Their only chance, I guess, because they were never available before. Autographed items and more. Tune in September 1st and get your stuff. Help us complete the film. The pre-launch campaign for it goes live in 4 days on August 18th. So the pre-launch campaign for Friday the 13th Blood Loss Finishing Funds goes live in 4 days. The full campaign with the brand new trailer, all the perks and the new promos and all that stuff goes live September 1st. You want to say anything about that stuff before I bring the guys out?
No, let's bring the guys out.
All right. First of all, let's bring out super talented actor portrayed Dale in Friday the 13th Blood Loss. And by the way, the show that Clifton Taylor was on, Indie Talk with Jesse and Jaron. That's it. Jesse and Jaron. I caught part of it. I'm going to finish it up later. Apex, Clifton Taylor was on the show with them. Very cool. But let's bring out our guest, the super talented Matthew White. Oh my God. I told you he'd be here. You didn't believe you, but here he is. Hey, how's it going?
All right. How you guys doing?
Good. We're excited to have you back on. You were with us before.
Excited to be here.
That was before we filmed. So now that we actually got to work together, we were on set filming Friday the 13th Blood Loss. We thought it would only be right to have you back on so we could talk about the movie some more.
Gotcha.
It's
good to be here.
You're just watching tonight.
Yeah.
All right. And then we have a second guest. How cool is that? Super talented, super funny, Vin Muoio, waiting backstage. Oh my God, Vin Muoio! I told you he'd be here. You didn't believe he was going to be. You didn't say, "Oh no, they're not going to be here," but here they are.
Hey, what's up, Anthony? Mandy, hello, Matt.
What's going on, Vin?
Am I here to amuse you?
Like a clown.
Look at my shirt. Wait a second. Look at my shirt.
Oh
Nice.
my
There you
God,
go.
check that out.
There you go.
Friday the 13th Blood Loss. You know, the viewers out there are probably going to see that, and now they're wondering where can they get one that looks just like that one. Well, the Indiegogo campaign, the Finishing Funds campaign, goes live September 1st. You can get yourself a Friday the 13th Blood Loss t-shirt and help us complete the film.
Or they can beat up Finn and take his.
Or maybe they already have one and they want to get a second one. Buy them for your kids. Buy them for your mom. I think.
Yeah, get it for Grandma. Grandma's going to have one.
Christmas is coming up, everyone.
Clifton says we need dad jokes. Does anyone have a dad joke for us?
Does anybody have a dad joke? Really? You have to ask? Okay, Clifton, here's one for you specifically. Why do elephants paint their toenails different colors?
Why?
So they can hide in the jelly bean jar.
Oh, of course. Of course. That's got to be the answer, right?
One more time. One more time.
Right.
Yeah,
One more time.
There's Clifton. He got it. All right.
All right.
Boom. All right. So, Vin, of course, was Benny in Friday the 13th Blood Loss. Perfect casting again, I think, right? For that character.
Okay, you're echoing.
Perfect casting for Vin and Benny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd say we rocked
was
it.
Awesome as Dale. Yeah, Vin rocked it. Matthew rocked it. Matthew was in scenes with Christian Bester and Charlotte Miller.
That's
and I
huge.
thought that was good.
Gotta
pairing.
love it. Gotta love that. And
Oh,
I heard
she
Matt.
upstaged us all.
I heard you were killing it out there. I heard about you.
You had written those for them.
I don't know what you're saying.
Their characters, you had chosen them for those characters.
Well, awesome casting on my part then. I thought Matthew was perfect in that role, and I thought Vin, I don't think could have been better for Benny. That was perfect for Benny.
Good old Benny
wakes up.
DeLuca.
We were joking. Yeah, we were talking before. He goes, "Yeah, I was waking up John." Yeah, I thought that was.
He was so
yeah,
perfect, man. Yeah, he was sloshed. He was sloshed. I'm telling you, he was sloshed. But we got him up.
John, yeah.
Yeah, he was sloshed.
So, what made Vin want to get involved with Friday the 13th Blood Loss?
Are you asking Matthew that?
No, I said Vin.
I know you said what made Vin want to. It sounded like
That's
you're asking Matthew.
Oh no, I'm
I'm
asking.
joking.
Well, if you were
Vin.
asking me, Vin joined because I was
So hey,
there.
Vin, What got you
That's
into
exactly
acting?
that's exactly why. I heard Matt was hanging around the cast. I'm like, I'm in. That's true.
Donna
True
Bloom
story.
is watching. You want to say hi to Donna?
Oh, hi, Donna. I love you. I
Hey,
miss you.
Donna.
That's my big sister, everybody.
Uh-huh. Let's give a shout out to Clifton Taylor and Kristen Bester and Mark Brubaker. They're unbelievable.
There you go.
Unbelievable. And then the rest of
Yeah.
the gang was amazing.
Well, Charlotte was
Amazing.
fantastic. Christian and I were acting with her in the scene that I did. I think she was 10, 11 years old. And
Yes.
she upstaged all of us. She was fantastic.
That's not easy to upstage you.
I said hi to my big sister.
Clifton said hi to Donna.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so yeah, those guys were awesome. Christian is John Hawthorne and Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
You said
Unbelievable.
Clifton's Gregory, and then Mark Brubaker is Captain Charles.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Lord Gary is saying hello to Matt and Vin.
Hello, Lord
Hey,
Gary.
Lord Gary. How are you, Lord? Donna, how are you?
All right, so so Vin, what made you want to get involved with the movie?
You know, it's the legacy, and all the blood, sweat, and tears you put behind the legacy. And I said, this is going to be perfect, to do a horror, to get in on a horror film, because it's just something different, and just to get a chance to meet you guys, and to get a chance to meet up and work some magic, really. Right? I don't know much about the Friday the 13th movies. I don't watch a lot of movies, but that one there stands out, as like a legacy kind of a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the biggest horror movies, I think, over Scream and the rest of them, and Nightmare on Elm, which was also a pretty big one, right? A pretty big scoop. But just to get in and make the magic happen, really, yeah, and build on that,
Well, I was excited to have you attached to it because, we joke around a lot. We got to talk a bunch before filming, and we're always laughing about stuff. And then having you there was fun because we keep it. You seem to find a way to keep it fun, like no matter what. So
right. I was standing in quicksand and I was still laughing. I was going down in quicksand. I'm like, I'm still all right though.
Yeah, no, I mean, so,
right.
I mean,
it was like,
that's
Vinny, you gonna
why
get
I
these
was
lines
excited
right or what? You gonna get these lines right,
No,
It was only
thought
2
you were-
words. It was only 2 words. No, I'm just kidding. It was okay, and I couldn't get that right.
Yeah, I thought,
Yeah, just kidding. But
working
yeah,
with
pretty
Vin
close
is-
to that.
Yeah, working
What?
with Vin is a lot of fun. He's, he keeps things light, and it's good to have around on set, especially on films like that where you have so many different things going on. To have people like
it's
Vin,
so
and
true.
Christian, and Clifton, and all these guys that are supportive and upbeat and all that stuff it keeps you level at times. So I'm super
Totally.
grateful that Vin was a part of it with us. Everyone's saying loves Vin. Look at everyone. Love that spirit, Vin.
Go get him,
Vin,
Morgan.
like-
It's all you. Right. And Mandy, behind the scenes, making like custom fingernails for the cast, and doing all kinds of things, making certain props out of people's bones and stuff. It was unbelievable. And then we shot. It was raining cats and dogs when you were shooting that couple of last scenes. It was pouring so hard. It must have been a nice way to get some scenes in that rain. It must have worked out, right? Right. At one point we were out in the
Yeah,
field,
we got some cool things.
right? And it
Yeah,
downpoured.
yeah,
and
yeah.
like, let's keep
okay.
going. Let's keep going.
Yeah, that was with
You shot right
Michael
through it,
Davis
right? Probably.
And, yeah. Oh yeah. We had a sweater, threw the sweater over the camera. All right, let's go. Let's get it.
We're
We're fighting
Mandy
daylight
grabbed
here. Let's
an
go.
umbrella.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
Yeah, we just kept it going.
Uh-huh.
So Matthew, because we haven't heard as much from you, I don't think. What made you want to get involved with Friday the 13th Blood Loss?
Honestly, when I first started looking at independent movies to do, a friend of mine kind of guided me, Phil Petrano guided me your direction. And I think what really keyed it for me is my oldest daughter is a huge Friday the 13th fan.
See what I mean? There you go.
So I said, you
Big.
know what? I got to do this. I tried to keep it a secret as long as I could. And then I'd invite her over to the house and we'd watch the movie and I'd go, oh, watch this scene really close. But I couldn't hold on to it. So I told her about it. She was pretty cool with it. It was so that, yeah, that's why I wanted to get into it. But once I got there, to see everything behind the scenes,
Isn't
how
it
decisions,
amazing?
it
It's
is
the
how the
magic,
decisions were
the
made,
magic.
the finding the
Oh my
right
God.
angles, and Mandy with the special effects makeup. I sat in the trailer and watched her put makeup on folks for probably about half an hour, and it was just amazing to watch.
Right?
The craftsmanship and the meticulous care that she put into it. It was great.
Top notch. Top notch. Really.
Shout
Oh,
out
and
to
Anthony, you were there
Phil
too.
Petrano.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Anthony was
there
doing a
too,
couple
guys.
things
What
too,
the hell?
right?
I was trying. Yeah, shout out to Phil Petrano, who Matthew White mentioned filmed with us in October. Super nice guy. He also made the concept teaser for Killer Pizza that's on Indiegogo. So if you guys are wondering who's in that video, it's Phil Petrano, the guy that Matthew's just mentioned. Super awesome. So we have questions coming in from the comments for Vin and Matthew. We'll start with Vin. Lord Gary Dando wants to know, Vin, what's your favorite scary movie?
I'm going to stick to Friday the 13th. Bloodlaw. I'm sticking
That's a
to
good
it.
one. It's a keeper.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Jason and the whole 9 yards. I'm lucky to get away myself. I got home and everyone said, "How'd you get out alive?" I said, I just ran. He almost got me, but I did trip and fall, but I just got up and kept running.
Gonna have to rename the movie Final Vin.
Yep. Uh-huh. I felt the blade go
Friday.
by my ear at one point while I was running. I ducked a little bit and I got out of there.
Friday the 13th, Benny Lives.
Yeah, that's my choice.
How about Matthew White? What's your favorite scary movie?
Well, it hasn't been put out yet, so Friday the 13th Blood Loss, I think, is going to be my favorite.
Why not, right?
But of those that I've seen so far, and I keep throwing it in the comments over time, is the original Halloween, 1978.
Oh yes.
It had a lot of suspense. It had what I really enjoyed watching at the time.
Mandy's favorite is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I like that one too.
Wow.
I like
Halloween 3, huh?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
Halloween 3.
Yeah, Halloween 3.
So
We just gotta get Tom Atkins in one of our films.
Tom Atkins. Yeah. So Mandy's been kind of quiet. Do you have any questions for Vin and Matthew about blood loss specifically?
Well, I have a question for both of them and everything. It's like with filming, it's like we'll start with Matthew first. When you came to set and everything, what were your expectations and how did you feel leaving after you finished filming?
Honestly, I guess I've tempered myself over the years to just keep my expectations in check. Having done a few student films.
Don't expect a lot, you won't be disappointed.
Well, I guess that's the general theory. If you don't expect a lot, then you're okay. I had done a lot of college student films and got to see how they ran things. But I know everybody does things a little differently. So I really didn't have any expectations coming in. And then to finish the question, leaving, I felt really good about what we did. I had all of, I think Vin said he had 2 words. I think I had about 4.
No, we had a bunch. We had a couple. We had some lines. We didn't remember any of them, but we had them.
No, I struggled with the forwards.
We did all right. We did good.
But I think again, I was very pleased with the way things went. The professionalism of everybody there,
Totally.
and the energy that everybody had. Everybody was positive about it.
That's
Everybody
it right there.
was
You nailed it, Matt. You
right.
nailed it.
Everybody
Yeah,
was focused and knew what we had to do, and everybody was enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
So, walking away from it, it was good. I hated to leave.
Right.
If I could have stayed, I would have. But it was really cool. It was great to be there.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben?
What my expectations, I like to be as spontaneous as possible. And I don't like to think about anything. I don't like to have expectations, I just like to approach it like as if I'm surfing, taking on one of those pikes, those tube things, If I'm surfing on one of those things, where the wave crashes over you and you're surfing inside of it, that's kind of how I approach it. And the more it just helps, the more you know about what the story is, the better, always the better, right? And the whole genre thing to it, so you can understand the production. But no expectations. I just come in with like a clean slate, and I say, okay, how am I going to make as much magic happen as possible according to what's happening right now in the moment? You know what I'm saying? That's I'm always present and in the moment, and I'm not really judging or thinking about what should be happening and what shouldn't be happening. Always just happy to be there, and then and then work with the director, and Mandy, you were amazing, and so is Anthony, unbelievable. So it's just open-minded, no expectations, whatever way the wind blows, we're down with it. And everybody was positive mental attitude, like you said. The camaraderie was amazing. The behind the scenes right off the bat was very funny. And everybody was just doing their part, whatever it was. And I try to like kick back a little bit and just let everyone else do what they got to do. But I'm there, just so. But I might come in next time I come in to one of our productions, Anthony, too. I'll be a little more hands-on, which would be fun. A little more hands-on.
Awesome. Yeah,
and walking away
awesome
too. We didn't want to leave. None of us wanted to leave the set. Anthony, it was so great to watch you work, and figure out shadows and lighting and angles, like Matt said, and making sure that we were remembering all types of things that could come in and give us the best shots and the best opportunity to make the best production possible. You did, and you even said it's going to be one of the best ones ever, and it's probably going to be really dynamic when it's finished and finished cut and everything, and you get to picture lock and all that. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and we all can't wait for the premiere and all that. Unbelievable, great time.
Well, I'm not allowed to say it's going to be one of the best ones. I don't think it's, I think it's going to sit in a category where it's not frowned upon. I wanted to make something that everybody involved could be proud of. But, as the director, I can't say, it's going to be one of the best ones.
I know, right?
But, I'm glad.
I know you can't pat yourself on the back, but you should. You did a great job. You and Mandy were unbelievable, absolutely amazing. Makes a hell of a hero sandwich, too, I think.
When we're filming, that campground's active. People are at that campground staying there, and they're going by in golf carts, and then a car drives by and a plane goes over our head, and then the kids are riding their bike past us, and so we have to keep
some guy in a golf cart. Remember the golf cart? Right.
Yeah, the golf
cart.
Right.
It was like playing stickball in the street when everybody goes car and then stops and get out of the way, and then the car goes game on, and everybody comes back out.
Yeah,
it's a good way to look at it,
with
right?
with Vin scenes, we had to do a lot of that stuff where we had to go, wait a second, someone's going by on a bike. So we had to wait for the kid to go by on a bike. Then, oh, hang on a second, there's something in the background. Then the golf cart in the other scene. So there's a lot of stuff like that we have to work around. And then, yeah, shadows. I mean, that's a big thing at night. You have to make sure your shadow's not in the shot or whatever the case.
Yeah.
You know, daytime, there might be a car going by and then cut, then the car's gone if you're not paying attention. So if you're getting multiple takes on the same shot, you have to look out for all that stuff. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. And it's very important to have people like Vin and Matthew that understand that there's that dynamic. So for the people out there that are just getting into it, it's something to keep in mind, you know, to kind of follow in the footsteps of Vin and Matthew. So
you just have to be you stay focused, and stay focused is a big thing. Yeah. So that was who was there? Larry somebody just checked in there.
So
Phil
Phil Petrano says hello all.
Phil.
Hello Phil. And then that
Hey,
was
Phil.
Mandy Caimano's in the group chat. She says hello everyone.
Hey,
Hi,
Vin,
Mandy.
Anthony and Mandy are here. You didn't think they'd be here, but I told you they'd be here, and there they are.
And they are.
Lord Gary Dando says his favorites
Why?
Friday the
Am I funny?
13th Part 8.
How am I funny? How am I funny?
like a good fellas kind of thing. What do I amuse you?
You're so right, Matt. Here they are in the flesh, right there.
There they are.
Put that in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys both signed autographed some stuff for the campaign while you were there. The masks, clapperboards, machetes, Blu-rays, all kinds of things that'll be available on Indiegogo September 1st. So there's your chance to get some of the Blood Loss merchandise autographed by Vin and Matthew. Phil's saying, "What's up, brother Matt? What's up, brother Matthew?"
Brother
What's going on,
Phil?
Phil?
He's asking,
Thanks for
what's
being
up?
here, bro.
Phil filmed scenes with us in October, and his daughter did a remote thing for us. So they're both
Very
popping in.
Very nice.
The Finishing Funds campaign for Friday the 13th Blood Loss goes live September 1st. It does go live. Guys, if you have any questions for Vin or Matthew, ask us in the comments section so we can show it on screen. We want everybody watching to be a part of the conversation. So let's check it out. Let's see who's still here. I'm gonna start calling them out. I'm just kidding. Anything else you wanted to ask about Blood Loss specifically before I start asking random things?
Right. Killer pizza, bloodshed and boredom, right?
Random things. Okay.
Random things.
Boredom and bloodshed.
When
What's
you were
that, a
filming your
machete?
Scenes with both of
There's
you.
machete right
was that?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was running away from
What
Jason,
is that? The
I
machete?
felt that thing go by my ear. There it is.
Yes, this is one of the machetes. This is a replica of the one that Jason uses in the film.
Be careful! Don't cut yourself.
On the thing,
Beautiful.
Finishing Funds.
Yeah, these are replica machetes. This is an exact replica of the one that's used in the movie. This will be available on Indiegogo September 1st. There are only 2 of these. When they're gone, that's it. We're not making more, and I don't want to ship out anymore, and that's it. So these are the 2 more, and that's it. So if you guys grab them, you get them, and if you don't,
they're going to be unbelievable. To have those are going to be great.
I had customized these. I did a total of 3 of them for the film, and Christian has one of them. So with the other ones, they're kind of bright and everything right now on the screen, but when you go in and he goes in and does the color grading and everything like that, it looks different. So the brighter the paint and everything is that I use on it for the effects and everything on it for like the rust and everything, the better it'll look in post-production. And I was going to ask questions, but I don't know what to ask anymore. So,
no more
what
questions.
was the first thing that you got involved with acting? Like, what was your first play, film, anything? What really got you into it?
Go ahead, Vin.
Oh, I go. You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I did some plays like when I was 17, 18 in neighborhood playhouses. You know, I just went for it. That's where I was meant to go. So that's what I did. And when you have you don't it's hard to describe when you have such a passion for it. It's hard to describe the why part of it. It's just a passion to do what to do it to just to be in the business and to work like that. It's the camaraderie of everyone and the energy and the mood that's on the sets. It that everybody can bring. And so outside of that, it's just what I was pretty much born to do. Like some people are just born to do something. I was out of the business for a few years, for decades, right? But I always knew I had to go back because I knew that's where you feel like you're at home. That's where your heart tells you should be. Working with groups of folks and getting films done and having a good time. In other words, but so yeah, and then I did traveling plays in Manhattan in the city and traveling plays in Laguna Beach. It was on and off the set of a couple of Chuck Norris productions early on, right? Chuck Norris. But and the more you do, right, Matt and guys, the more you feel, the more work you get, the more work you want. And if you truly have the passion, you can't describe really what the feeling really is. What makes it tick, right, Matt? You can't describe.
Oh no, it's you're right. It's like you said, the camaraderie and I know with me, I started back in high school on stage, the
Oh, you
musicals and
did.
plays
Cool.
and things
Nice.
like that.
Mhm.
And then a few decade hiatus,
Yeah.
and I
Right.
was
Right.
retired. Just retired, well, not too long ago. Um, but during COVID, when everything was shut down, I got into narrating books and
Wow.
really enjoyed it. I mean, it was a little complicated learning the technical stuff from my end because I'm not that tech savvy. But I really enjoyed narrating the books and doing some voiceover work, and it got to the point where I said, "Hey, you know what? Let's step in front of the camera and see what it's all about." And again, my buddy Phil was telling me about a lot of the student films he had been in and some of the independent films. And so I decided to dip my toe in the water and see if it was see if it was the way I wanted to go. And once I started, like Vin said, you're trying out for role after role. Yeah, I love to pretend to be different people. Um, but that's what it's all about. That's what you like to do. You like to pretend to be something you're not.
You have to be
Um,
yourself when you do your role. You really can't be somebody else.
well,
You have to figure out the role,
you
and then
put
you
your
got to
own
make it
spin
work
on it.
from inside. You really can't be
Yeah,
somebody else.
you put your own spin on it, but
No, I'm teasing you,
here you are
Matt.
being
I'm
someone
kidding you.
else. You know.
I'm kidding you. Yeah, no, I'm
Um,
kidding. But it's true
but
though. You got to be yourself.
so that's my journey so far. Like I said, a few college films and 4 or 5 independent films now, and just
Loving it. You're loving it,
keep on
right?
going. Yeah, I really enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so true. You nailed it. Yeah.
Phil
Thanks.
Petrano wants to know.
Anything on the drawing board today, Matt?
Oh, um, actually, right now, the only thing I'm waiting on is doing some voice work with Kevin Duffy.
Oh, really? You're for
For-
Kevin?
oh
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah, doing Farmhouse Murders,
Oh,
doing some
okay.
voice
Right.
work with
Right.
him, and
Right.
right now that's pretty much all there is.
Okay. All right.
I got some things I got to take care of, and then hopefully get back into full workload.
Nice. Very nice.
What about Vin? Does Vin have some cool stuff coming up?
I
Probably a lot
does.
of things, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't want to bore you with the details, but I have
Oh,
plenty.
okay.
It's just so out of control. It's really crazy.
Vin wants.
I do. So we have Crystal Snow, Anthony, you know,
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was at the gala 7 months ago and out Universal, on the coast, right? And she's doing it. She's an award-winning producer writer, Matt. Maybe you've heard of Crystal, and
Yep.
she's working on a TV series. The series one is out. It's very popular, and she got an award for the series. So we're working on that, and that's going to come to pass soon. And a couple of really nice features are in the hopper. Robert Johnson is working on a production. It's going to be pretty big, and he already wrote me into that, and that's coming up soon. And then the Magical Mystery Time is another feature. We're hoping to get Brooke Halpin wrote that, and he's behind that movie, Magical Mystery Time. But it's just his life surrounding the Beatles. He thinks he's a Beatle, so it's a real good Beatle movie, and they all know each other. Like he knew John Lennon close. This writer producer would go to John's birthday parties, right? So they have an inside track on the Beatles over the years. He's already 70 years old, the writer producer, a good friend of mine. So we have that in the hopper, and that's been greenlit. So we're trying to, but that's going forward. I don't know if you guys heard of Buzz Lerman. Bez Lerman. He directed the Elvis movie that was recently done or something, and also maybe the latest version of The Great Gatsby. So we might be looking at him to direct. It's going to be an exciting production. And then there's like 5 or 6 more features. Rhonda Stansberry's is coming out of one, and Connie Lamotte is fantastic in the industry. She's putting together something. Salar Zazar is coming out with a sequel to his production that he finished, and he's close to distribution. There's going to be a sequel to that, and maybe 4 or 5 more behind that. So I mean, it's just a lot. I don't know. It gets confusing. And then we have Anthony's projects. We have your projects to tend to too. We got to contend to blood, not the bloodlust, but to Killer Pizza. We got to figure out what's going on with that, right? You got Killer Pizza coming up, right? Right?
Killer Pizza. Yep. So that's the next
that's exciting.
feature-length film. Yeah. So we have a lot of cool people attached to that one.
You do?
Tom
Who you got?
Walter We got Tom Glenn from Creepshow, Walter Phelan from House of a Thousand Corpses, Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream. We got Elle Burke from The Wedding Singer and Killjoy, and Phil Petrano, and Colin Fiol, and Tam Taylor, Mark Brubaker, Christian Bester.
What an all-star cast. There you go. All-star cast.
It just keeps going and going. Nathaniel Oliver, Nick Zioli, Lisa Hins, Lisa Kinser.
There's a lot of people.
A lot of people.
It's going to be big. It's going to be a great production. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, Jeffrey Woods is attached to it. Jeffrey Birkin's attached to it. Rudy Ledbetter.
I don't have a good memory without seeing
Christina Lafser, Cheeto Ray Lopez, Raymond Cheeto Lopez. I meant. The list just goes on and on. So there's a lot of fun people attached to it. We're super excited to work on that. That's the next feature film that we're doing. It's a full-length horror comedy film. Yes. All right.
That's what we're doing next.
That's what we're doing next. We have some stuff coming in from the comments section. I don't want to ignore them. Phil Petrano wants to know from Vin and Matt, without spoiling anything, did you survive your roles? Yeah, Vin ran. And or is it classified information? Vin almost got the machete, but he survived. And then
I did. I just got out of there by the hair of my chin. I thought I was a goner. I'm like, this is my last movie. I'm done.
Of course they survived. They're right here with us. How hard to do this with Jason Gano.
Good point.
Lord Gary is saying, Jason Voorhees, take a slice of Killer Pizza. Maybe we'll do a Killer Pizza versus Jason movie. Probably not.
I know who's going to win that battle. We know who's going to win that.
Lord Gary is saying
But
Nightmare on Elm
although
Street.
you did say that Christian Bester, who is playing Jason Voorhees in this film, will be in Killer Pizza.
Yeah.
So that
We're
is
excited
Jason
about
taking
that.
a slice of Killer Pizza.
Yeah. So Gary's asked this a couple times. I don't know what this is. He wants to know, does Vin like Vindaloo?
So what is
I
Vindaloo?
don't know what that is.
I don't know. I was hoping
What
you
is
guys
it?
knew.
I
don't
love,
know.
you know what? I love
Gary, what is
Vindaloo.
Vindaloo? All right.
I love Vindaloo. Yeah, of course I
Yes.
do. I like that.
Yeah.
You put that on pizza, don't you? That's a pizza
He asked
topping,
a
right?
couple times.
Vindaloo.
Yeah.
We'll have to make a shirt that says that. Vin loves Vindaloo.
And
I
Rob
do.
Mahoney says hello. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Rob.
Rob's popping in. Yeah,
Hi,
I don't know.
Rob.
He asked a couple times if you like Vindaloo, and I didn't know what it was, so I kept going the first time, but then he asked again, so I don't know. Yeah.
Gonna have to look that one up.
There-
we have to Google it. Google search that shit.
yeah. All right, so we're at we
Did
got
he
about
ever
20
say
minutes
what
left.
it is? No.
No,
He hasn't
Gary,
said
let us know what Vindaloo is. Everybody watching wants to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Vindaloo.
Rob
I'm funny
says,
how am I funny?
Just
Where are we?
finished his podcast.
Yeah,
Awesome.
nice.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have to
Well,
Google
we
search
appreciate
it right
the
now.
support.
I'm gonna Google search it right now. What is Vindaloo? Oh, there's a shirt coming up. Okay.
I'm gonna show my Killer Pizza.
Here's one of the Killer Pizza designs that we've used on some of the products available on Indiegogo. Get yourself a cool hoodie like this one on
Very
the
nice.
campaign. All the money goes towards the production of the film. It's very much appreciated. Bradford Blair says, greetings, all. Greetings, Bradford.
Greetings,
Thank you.
Bradford.
Why do you say it like you're an alien?
Hello.
Greetings,
Fergus.
Bradford.
Greetings.
Thank you.
Yes. So the campaign for Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo. You can get a T-shirt, poster. We just came out with the brand new posters with all the cast members on it. Replica hats, so you can get the exact same hat that's worn in the film. Brand new T-shirt design.
The hat that's worn in the film is Tony's Pizza hat. That'll be worn by Colin Feel's character Brandon, the pizza delivery boy.
Donate today. Join us on set. You don't want to miss this.
Oh, wait a minute.
all right, so-
Let me cut in. I just found out what Vindaloo is.
Okay.
What is
I think
that?
it's got to do with chicken wings. Believe it or not, it's a recipe. It's a pricey India curry dish. Yeah, of course I like that. If it's spicy
Well, yeah.
and got curry in there, and some sloppy
I don't like
sauce and
curry.
stuff, and there's chicken involved. You can't go wrong there, right? That's what
You can go
Vindaloo
wrong
is.
if there's curry with it.
We just figured it out. I just figured it out for us. All right, we're good.
And now we know.
Yeah, let's order some up right
What
now.
if that's not
You're
what
not
it
just
is,
here to
though?
entertain, you're here to educate as well.
Indeed. Because it doesn't matter. I'm going regardless. I'm being taken.
We're going with chicken wings.
I can get away
now.
with murder. Oh my God. I want to
It
give a
should be a
shout out
different
to we want to do a
No,
shout
with
out.
Vindaloo is.
Vindaloo, we found out, yeah. It exists.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It is, evidently. It looks delicious too. If you Google search it, you'll see.
He said it's sloppy sauce.
Sloppy
Yeah.
sauce.
You're checking it
So
out
Vin
now?
wants to get a no Cliff. Oh yeah, Cliff. Are you checking? Did you see it?
Sloppy sauce.
what it is.
Clifton Taylor wrote sloppy sauce. Leave it to Clifton. Goes solid. Very nice, Cliff.
Good follow, Cliff.
Yeah, loving it.
So Ben, did you want to give a shout out?
We want to give a shout out
Is that
to
what
our
you were
dear
saying?
friend Portia Labella. Portia Labella is working on some projects, and she's been cast in The Lost Ship. That's coming out of India, from Axar Al Dhabi out there in India. And that's hopefully it'll come to pass into the new year, early February. And Portia's just got a new role. We want to congratulate her on that. and she's working on other projects, and we might team up on a movie with Warner Brothers. They've been asking us to come around, so if we have time towards December, we're just going to kind of waltz our way in there and say, okay, what do we want to do? So that'll be fun, and that's a little shout out there. Yeah.
Awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool.
We might be able to get her in if she has time. We might be able to get her in Killer Pizza if she's got the time to fly to the East Coast here. She's out on the West Coast.
While we have you on, and we're getting closer to the 1 hour mark, I just want to make sure, is there anything that we should have mentioned that we didn't get a chance to mention?
I don't know. I think we got Vindaloo out the way, right?
Yeah.
We learned what Vindaloo was. Yes.
We got that out the way.
So Ben, if somebody wants to hire you to be a part of their film, to come act with them, would you be open to that? And if you are, what is the formal way to contact you?
Well, you can reach me directly, or you can reach my new personal manager, Connie Lamoth. You can reach Connie Lamoth on Facebook, or you can reach me on IMDb, IMDb Pro. Strictly those. Or even Facebook is okay. I'm kind of informal, but I have like a new personal manager that's ready to rock and roll. We're on this morning. Well, a couple of days ago, we did a little Zoom call, and she's putting together a feature film that she's got me already in it, which is going to be kind of nutty. It's going to be a really good one. And so Connie Lamoth is pretty big in the business. She's been an actress and a director, and she has a passion like nobody's business, similar to yours, Anthony, Mandy. Same passion, just love doing what we do. So you'll be able to reach Connie or me direct, and we're flexible. We don't have any. I don't have any rules. Like whatever works for everybody is fine with me.
Awesome. What about social media? If people want to follow you on social media, is there a place where they can go and keep up with you?
Instagram, Facebook, pretty much, I guess, right? That's.
Do you know the username offhand for Instagram?
No, but if you search Vin Muoio, the Instagram page might come up. Offhand, I don't know it. I mean, I have it here, but
we're gonna pull it up quick for you.
I think it's Vindaloo. I think it's Vindaloo.
I was going to say it's right next to where you looked up Vindaloo.
It's Vindaloo. Just look up that, you'll find me. That's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think I do have it.
We're gonna find it here for you too if you don't find it.
I think I'm VM6771 UOIO.
Yeah.
That's my call name, my call sign. I'm changing it to Vindaloo. I'm going to change it tonight to Vindaloo.
So
easy to remember.
Easier to find.
I would.
Yeah,
That's
it'd be a lot easier to find.
Yeah,
right.
First and
I think
last
I'm a
name
chicken. I'm a chicken dish from India.
Awesome.
So yeah, and then as far as Facebook, I just go by Vin, VIN, and my last name, which is there's a lot of vowels in it. But, it confuses a lot of people. So if you find me, if you're lucky enough to find me, fine, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anything you want to ask Vin while we have him here?
We pretty much covered everything with them.
We got a lot done, huh? All right. So Vin, hopefully we'll
hey,
be able to get you.
Well, hold on a second. What was your favorite thing on set, Vin?
Oh my gosh, the favorite thing on the set?
Like your most favorite, like what stands out above everything else?
Wow. The idea of all the props that you created, that you were showing me, and the breakdown of how you created the props. I enjoyed that a lot. You pull something out of a cabinet. I think you made it out of, I don't know, fish bones or something. I'm not really sure what it was. Do you remember showing me something? Yeah.
You
said, "Look what I made."
Had already seen it.
Huh?
It was the knife that one that I made of clay.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, that's what it was. But all the props that were created for this was amazing. That's what I enjoyed to see all that.
Oh, how about
And
you,
and
Matthew? What was your
and
what was the thing
you
that
two
stood out
guys,
the
you
most?
two
That
guys
was
made
like
the
your
whole
favorite
show,
thing?
huh? Hey, Matt.
Wow, that was a lot all at once. Um,
Yeah.
I think the thing that stands out the most was grilling hot dogs and veggie burgers. And I expect
I was saying
IMDb
something.
credit for that, by the way.
So you weren't there for the turkey and Swiss heroes? You weren't there
No,
for that?
I missed that. I missed
Oh, well,
that.
that was a big deal. Yeah, man, she can
I
make a
made
mean
those.
6-foot hero.
I told Manny to invite Matthew for lobster night, and she ends up putting him
Yeah,
on during the day.
we
when
did it right
he's
there.
cooking
Oh, yeah,
vegetables.
it's lobster night.
Right, lobster and vindaloo together, a little bit of both. I don't know, but I'm gonna beat that until it's. I'm gonna work that all week after we get out of this little thing. I'm gonna carry that for a few days. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, Vindaloo's a lot easier to find than the VM 6771 UOIO.
Yeah, what is that, Vin?
I think that's probably just a random one that they gave you, right?
Right. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's
No,
just
that happens to be
Are you
the
sure?
years of a couple of cars that the family owned. That was the years of a couple of cars we owned,
Oh,
and then
okay,
my
okay.
initial.
Yeah, I was
And
about
my
to say, I was
initial.
like, I think you made that up.
It's
Yeah,
kind of clear.
yeah,
I should just
your
make it,
initials.
a word like dog. Search dog DOJ, and you'll just find me.
Vindaloo, I think.
All
right,
We're
so,
still saying it. It's really tough not to say that whatever that word is. It's not that you can't hold back. Bad news.
Anything else for Vin while we have him?
No, but I will make a suggestion for your Instagram handle. You should change it to Vindaloo, or whatever that word is.
Yeah, I think
I
we
gotta
should.
change
I think
it.
I just think
Vindaloo?
it'll be a lot easier for people to follow you. Yeah.
That means if anybody
I think
searches
so.
that recipe, I'm going to come up.
Yeah, see?
That's good. That's okay. That's
It's a win.
I'll consider it. I'll ask my
Well,
partner.
Vin,
I'll ask
hopefully,
one of my partners if they agree.
hopefully we'll be able to have you back on after the campaign goes live. Get you back on with some more of the actors to talk about filming scenes with them. You got to film with Christian, and you had the phone calls with Mark. But you
Unbelievable.
guys
That was
filmed at
Matt,
different
right?
times. But the
Yeah.
no, with Mark Brubaker did the phone calls. Or
I
we had
did?
you making the phone calls in the car.
Oh yeah, right. We did right. He
Yeah.
wasn't there, but we were rocking and rolling with that.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So
I had a
maybe
phone
get you
call
back
with my
on
cell
those
phone.
guys after.
Right. And Mark.
Yeah.
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 But we're
So,
looking forward to Killer Pizza. We're looking forward to Killer Pizza terribly. It's going to be a
Yeah.
real blast. If I come around, you guys just reach out to me. But yeah, poke me. I have a lot on my plate, but the more the merrier.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Well,
Yeah.
Vin, thanks so much for coming on and hanging out with us. Thanks for being a part of Blood Loss and for all the positive support and the good vibes and the good
Awesome.
energy and all that stuff.
100%, Anthony. Thanks. Mandy. Oh, of course. Yeah.
And all right, so we'll let you go for now. I'm gonna
Great.
I'm gonna bug you. I'm gonna bug you and try to get you back on after the campaign goes live, though.
Oh, dynamite.
All right, all right. We'll see
All right. You guys have a good night, guys. Matt, you take it easy, baby. See ya.
Good night.
Vin Muoio, how cool was that? I told you you'd be here. You didn't believe me. We're here with Matthew White. That was Vin Muoio. Matthew, all the questions I asked Vin a second ago.
What are your social media platforms and everything, so that way people can contact you?
Best way to find me is here on on Facebook, Matthew White. If you look, you'll just see my smiling countenance, and that'll be me. Another way is through email. My email is sci-fi guy 80s@gmail.com. And it's spelled, sci-fi the right way.
What if they don't know what sci-fi is spelled the right way?
SCIFI, sci-fi guy 80s at gmail.com.
There
Because,
we
you
go.
know, Sci-Fi Channel came along and just ruined it. So, you know.
So if somebody wants to contact you and if they want to hire you to be a part of their project, you would be open to that. And should they send you an email there, or is there a different way to contact you? Or
nope, emailing on Facebook. You know, PM me on Facebook and or send me an email. Either way.
And then social media stuff where they can follow you. Did you have an Instagram? I don't know if I missed that just now.
No Instagram for me. Just Facebook, and that's it. Don't do a lot of social media. The Instagram, you know, Snapgram, InstaChat, all that stuff. You know, it's you know.
What is there anything that we should have mentioned that we didn't get a chance to mention?
Not that I can think offhand. You know, like Vin, I'm definitely looking forward to working with you guys on Killer Pizza. You know, last time we talked, I'll be doing a lot of stuff for you behind the scenes, which is fine by me. Wherever you need me to do, that's what I'm there for. Really looking forward to seeing where your Thrill Kill series goes too. So it's you know, just things I'm going to be watching.
What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino film?
Hands down, Pulp Fiction.
What?
Pulp Fiction. All right.
Yeah,
Have
gotta be.
Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine?
No, I haven't. I've read the some of the reviews and things, but no, I haven't gone to see it yet.
Bye, Vin. I see Vin waving by.
Bye, Vin.
Oh.
Well, we're gonna have Vin back on soon.
See you,
What was he saying?
Vin.
He wants to come back. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Want to come back on?
There he
Oh,
is.
there he is.
Oh, he was there for a
Oh,
minute.
he did leave. Okay. Bye, Vin. We'll have you back on soon.
Sounds like a magic trick.
So is that something you plan on seeing, or you just I don't know if it's your thing or not?
You know, eventually, yeah. You know, I'm not going to necessarily run right out and watch it on IMAX, but yeah, I'll catch it.
Could you name a couple movies that you've seen recently?
Oh, wow. No new stuff. I like to recycle movies.
Yeah.
I mean, there's several movies that I've seen probably more than 20 times. But just this afternoon, I was watching one of my favorites, the movie Rudy. You know, it's not sci-fi, it's not horror. It's just it's a good movie. I really enjoy that one.
What's that about?
Sean Astin. He basically kid growing up in you know, just outside of Chicago. Huge Notre Dame family. He wants to get into Notre Dame to play football, but he's about, you know, 5 foot nothing and about 100 and nothing pounds, and gets shoved around a lot. But he just has a lot of heart, and he keeps driving and driving and driving until he can reach his goal. It's a good movie. Good feel good movie.
We'll have to check that out. Rudy.
Yeah.
I've seen it before.
Oh, you have? Okay.
It's Sean Astin. Goonies.
Okay. So I think you were going to say another one there. Was there another one that you've seen recently?
No, nothing off the top of my head. Just that was one I watched this afternoon. You know, I like to go through my CD collection every once in a while, or DVDs, and see what I've got that I haven't seen in a long time, blow the dust off of it and throw it in the player and see what's going on. You know, again, being a sci-fi fan, I'll sit down and watch, you know, all the Road Warrior movies, Mad Max, you know, from beginning to end. You know, that type of stuff. You know, Blade Runner is one of my favorites. I even Fifth Element is one that I've seen probably about a dozen times, and every time I see it on, I stop and watch it. Um, the
Multi-pass.
and I've got Pluto as one of my streaming services, so they've got a Godzilla channel that's 24/7, and I watch a lot of the Godzilla movies. Um, I sit down and they've got another one called Universal Monsters, and so it's got a lot of the classics with Lugosi and Christopher Lee and Vincent Price, and just those are the things I really enjoy. Those older ones.
I think the last time we talked about Godzilla, I asked if you had seen the newer ones at that point, but they had just came out. Have you had a chance to see those yet, or do you have any interest in them?
Oh, I definitely have an interest in seeing Godzilla -1. Just haven't had the opportunity to get up and go yet. Putting my pennies together, I guess, is a good way to say it.
Yeah, it's we saw it and liked
I
it.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, hopefully you get a chance to watch it. And,
I've heard very good things about it.
It's really good.
Yeah, I probably liked it more than Godzilla X Kong or whatever that one's called. What's the new one with Godzilla and King Kong?
I think it's just Godzilla and Kong.
Godzilla and Kong. Whatever the new American one is, I liked -1 better, a little bit better. Let's see, just double checking on comments. Zachary's here. He says, hello, Anthony and Mandy. Hello, Zachary. Zachary's going to be on with us next Friday. Marcus Method Jr. is here. He says, hola, everyone. Hola, Marcus. He also said multi-pass. And then
Zachary Scott was one of the children who came and filmed for the scene that we had done on that one Sunday. That was a very long Sunday that Christian Bester dressed up as Jason Voorhees so all the kids could take pictures with him and everything. So we'll be able to sit down and actually ask Zachary pretty soon. He'll be Friday, right?
He's next Friday.
Next Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My days get mixed up. But we're going to be able to sit and ask the kids, what their experience was, how they enjoyed it and everything. So that'll be a good episode to sit with everybody. And Christy, what is
what?
I'm sorry, her stage name.
Christina Kylo Powers.
There we go. Thank you. I didn't want to say it wrong. I keep going to say.
She'll be live with us next Friday as well. We'll give you updates on that as we get closer. Lord Gary says Vin gets Ring of Fire. What's he mean by that? Gary,
Vin's gone. We'll never know.
Thing? What is this?
I don't know. I just think he's talking about Johnny Cash now.
Seth says, hey, hello, Seth.
Hey, Seth.
Clifton Taylor says Godzilla -1 was awesome. Yeah, I liked it. I don't
know. It seems like Gary talks in riddles like Vin does sometimes.
Does Matthew have a favorite movie soundtrack?
Oh wow. Yeah, it kind of goes back to the 80s. Animated movie by the title of Heavy Metal. They had Devo and Sammy Hagar, and there was a lot of cool stuff in there. I think there was even a piece in there from John Williams. So yeah, it came out in the 80s. The music that they used was very big in the 80s. And I fell in love with it at that point.
Very cool. I'm trying to think of some fun questions to ask you. Just blast you with some fun ones before you go. And it's hard because we've had you on before, and it's hard to remember everything I asked you because we've done so many of these. Star Wars.
So that stuff.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Yes.
Do you prefer Star Wars or Star Trek?
Boy, that's a toughie, but I'd go Star Wars. I go back to the time when the original Star Trek was on TV, and I enjoyed watching that. But the very first movie my mom took me to see was Star Wars in the theater. So seeing that on the big screen in '77 was just mind blowing. So yeah, I kind of fell in love with it at that point.
Speaking of Star Wars, Walter Phelan, who will be starring in Killer Pizza, works on the special effects with several of the Star Wars series that you see on Disney. He's a major part of the special effects department and everything with that. So it's pretty exciting. But when he mentioned Star Trek, we also have Al Burke, who was on Star Trek on several episodes.
Oh, very cool.
But which one was he on though?
So Walter Phelan did FX on The Mandalorian, and Al Burke worked on the set of Star Trek Enterprise.
He does the new one too. How you say her name?
Okay.
Yushku?
Ahsoka?
Huh?
Ahsoka?
Ahsoka, that one. That's it. Yeah, he does it on that one as well.
Very cool.
He designed her headpiece.
Matt, who's the best
that's cool.
Batman?
What's that?
Who's the best Batman?
Me.
Ooh.
You got to settle it once and for all. Who is it? Everyone in the comments, let us know who is the best Batman.
Adam West.
Adam West.
There you go.
What do you guys think? Is it Adam West? Marcus Method says Christian Bale. What do you think?
Michael Keaton. No, I love Michael Keaton because I was little when the '80s film came out.
I like the Michael Keaton one.
I was like a.
But I also like the
time period. But when
I
you
also like Val Kilmer. He did a good job.
I don't think it's going through. Everything's echoing. But what I was saying was Adam West.
Adam West
from the series.
Okay, so you guys are both saying Adam West. Marcus is saying Bale. I like Keaton and Affleck. Mandy hates Affleck.
Oh, I just don't like Ben Affleck in general.
Zachary says the first Batman that came to
he irks me.
The first Batman that came to Zachary's mind was Michael Keaton.
Yep.
Has Matthew White seen The Flash?
No.
No, I haven't seen it. No plans on seeing it. No.
Eventually, I like the superhero movies, but just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Are there any movies that you look forward to seeing when it comes out?
Ooh, the funny thing is you ask that, and the only answer I can give you at this point is the ones I'm in. I can't wait to see Blood Loss. Some of the student films that I was in, they haven't finished editing, and this is it's been several months, and I can't wait to see some of them. Some of them are going to go out on the festival circuit, so that may be the first time I'm able to see them. So there's nothing necessarily in Hollywood that is coming out that I just can't live without seeing. So I guess the honest answer to that is I want to see the films I was in.
Fair enough. A lot of actors feel the same way right now, because the thing is that a lot of people start doing these projects and they get it, they might do like 5 movies and they're super excited to see them, but then they have to wait 2 years to see anything from it.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, well, I did all these movies, but they're all in post-production, So people in the comments are saying Heavy Metal was also a comic. I don't like
watching myself in anything.
Yes, Heavy Metal
Marcus
was a comic,
says,
Seth.
Who isn't a Star Wars fan? I watched Return of the Living Dead today, and it managed to move up to my top 5 favorite horror films of all time. It was so good, and I loved how it covered the 80s punk era. Lord Gary says, does Matt White use Matt White paint? Just joking around because of the name. Is there a paint called Matt White paint? Oh, Matt White, got it.
There you go. I knew it was up there.
All right. I don't know. The first Batman that came to my mind was Michael Keaton. Marcus says he's excited for the new Aliens movie. I think we're probably going to see that tomorrow. Alien Romulus is, I believe, the title. Requiem was a different one that came out, I think. Zachary says, I can't wait for the Crow remake coming out this month. I'm not really excited for the Crow.
I'm not really excited for the Crow remake, only because of the way that they designed his costume and everything for his wardrobe and his look with Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
It just
I'm not excited for it. Broken Innocence by Chase Dudley. Chase Dudley. I always get Chase Dudley mixed up with someone else, but I know they're all good guys making cool
I believe
projects.
Chase Dudley is someone that's doing the
Is that the Bleachers or no? Okay. Very cool. Looking forward to seeing all the updates for that. Any other questions for Matt before we let him go?
Who do you like better, Matt? Me or Anthony? I'm joking.
All right, so Matt, do you have a dream role? If there was a dream role and someone said, hey, would you be this character or in this type of movie or something like that? Is there anything like that comes to mind? So we can put it out in the universe for you?
I like the idea of comedies. So Killer Pizza being a horror comedy, that, I think psychological thriller would be a fun one to work with. Something along those lines. I've got a few ideas in my head as to what could be a good psychological thriller. And every time I keep playing through my head, I go, wow, that would be really kind of fun to do. So, anything really is a lot of fun, but I think a comedy or a psychological thriller would be right up my alley.
Very cool. So we've had you on for over an hour. We wanted to spend a few extra minutes because we had a couple of you guys on tonight. Just wanted to make sure we got all those questions out. I couldn't remember everything I asked you the last time you were on, so I just wanted to make sure we got a lot of that stuff out there. What's your favorite theme park ride?
Ooh, roller coasters, hands down, roller coasters.
Do you have a favorite?
There was one down in Atlanta. I think it was one of the Six Flags down in Atlanta. And I think it was, I want to say the American Scream Machine. I went on it and it was a cool ride forward, great. And then all of a sudden it stopped and went backward. So I could only see where we were and didn't know what was coming up. It was pretty cool. It was a great ride.
Very cool. Marcus Method Jr. says Maverick at Cedar Point, and Zachary says I love Revenge of the Mummy at Universal Studios. I've never been there. Have you? No.
Nope.
Have you?
I've only been there for Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando.
It's probably the best time to go. That sounds pretty fun.
You don't get to ride the rides though.
Oh, okay.
If you go to the Halloween thing that they have at the Busch Gardens, you get to ride all the roller coasters and everything at nighttime there. So that's actually pretty fun. They have shows and haunted houses, the same as the Universal Studios.
Matt, there's a burning question that all the fans want to know. They've been asking and sending us messages and all kinds of things. I got an owl delivered a letter the other day. What's your favorite kind of pizza?
My favorite kind of pizza. Unfortunately, it's not terribly exciting. It's a standard cheese and pepperoni for me.
You want to know something that you might know, but a lot of the viewers don't know. You might not know either. But I actually don't eat cheese. So we get pizza all the time, but I order it without the cheese.
I knew that.
I get a lot of heat for that in the Killer Pizza private group. Zachary goes to Halloween Horror Nights every October. I like that stuff. Like the Six Flags here has Fright Fest and Oktoberfest and all that stuff. Looking forward to the Am I saying that right? Fright Fest? Is that what they call it?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one because they dress up and everything's Halloween themed, and they used to chase you with shovels. So like when you're walking
geez.
past them, they would scrape, like scrape the shovel on the pavement behind you to kind of like scare the kids and stuff. It was pretty fun.
Wow.
So growing up and going there was a whole bunch of fun for me. Might go back this year just for old time's sake.
It sounds like a
Busch
blast.
Gardens one is called Hallow Scream.
What's it called? Hollow Scream?
Hallow Scream. Like how
Busch Gardens is Hollow Scream.
Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus's favorite ride.
He and the kids would go every year.
He's saying one that doesn't kill him. I think he's talking about the rides. Jordan says, hi. Hello, Jordan. Thank you for hanging
Hi, Jordan.
out, checking us out. And I see your
thanks for watching.
Your profile picture there. Zachary Scott. For me, the spooky season is all year round. Yep. At Halloween Horror Nights, they do chainsaws. That's pretty cool. I think I went to, I was trick-or-treating once when I was little, and you had to like go around in the back of the house. It was all dark. You go and knock on the house. Some guy comes out with a chainsaw and scares all the kids away. I think that happened once. We never went back. Did you ever have anything like that happen?
With a chainsaw?
Or something scary at Halloween?
Well, not a lot of trick-or-treating. I don't know. Nothing ever really scary ever happened. I just remember being in a haunted house and a guy comes out from around the corner. It was like this maze haunted house over in Daytona, and it was Daytona Beach. It was like it's like 3 stories. So you had to go through everything. And then once you get to the end and you think you're at the end, a man comes out from around the corner with a chainsaw.
By the way, Marcus was saying his favorite pizza is one that doesn't kill him. That's what he was saying.
Clever.
His favorite kind of pizza is one that doesn't.
Yeah, that was clever.
All right. So we've had Matthew on for over an hour. Probably try as hard as we can to get him back. He'll let us trick him into coming back or something. For a third visit, after the campaign goes live, it'd be fun to have you on with some of the other actors. And just to get a group together. So hopefully we'll get you back on if you'll let us. But I think that's probably it for tonight, right?
I think he's tired.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you for coming on, Matthew. It was really great working with you. Having you on set was it was a pleasure. It was great to meet you and get to work with you, and you're very professional, and we appreciated everything that you helped us with.
Well, thanks very much. I can say the same back to you guys. I mean, great job. Behind the scenes, everything was run very well. The makeup, again, Mandy, on point, just fantastic. And Anthony, your direction and your camera work, you can't argue with it. I can't wait to see the finished product.
Thank you. So speaking of which, you won't have to wait that long to get a sneak peek of what we filmed together, because the Indiegogo campaign for the finishing funds, Friday the 13th, Blood Loss, of course, is what we're talking about, goes live on September 1st, and we're going to have a brand new trailer with all new footage that was just recently shot. You guys will get a better idea of what we made together. It looks like a movie. When you get involved with some of these projects, you're not always sure what you're going to get, right? Like, especially from fan films, it could go one way or the other. So when we set out, our goal was to make something that felt like we had a way bigger budget than we actually had. And I think we did a pretty good job of capturing that. I think that people are going to enjoy what they see from the trailer. And hopefully you guys will finally get to see what I've been talking about this whole time. Because I've been saying, I have high hopes for it and things like that. And hopefully, we did put out a couple teaser trailers that I think people were pleased with, but I genuinely think that this new one is going to blow those ones out of the water. And I think you guys are in for something cool. I hope, thank you guys. Thank everybody that supported the campaign. We couldn't have made the movie without you. I sent out an email last night to everybody that donated to the campaign and said, it just wouldn't have been possible without the backers, if you got a shirt or whatever it was. That's it, really. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you guys for being a part of it with us. Thank you for sticking it out. The Finishing Funds campaign, again, goes live September 1st. We'll have a bunch of cool perks, props, screen used items, autographed items, last chance producer credits, and all kinds of fun stuff with the brand new trailer and the brand new promo photos. Check it out. Share the campaign if you're unable to donate. The campaign for killer pizzas in demand on Indiegogo right now. If you're watching this and you haven't gotten yourself attached to it yet, don't miss out. It's a really cool project. It's an original film. Blood Loss, of course, is a fan film, so we don't own the IP to that one. So we can't put it on Netflix. We can't put it on Tubi or anything like that. Killer Pizza is an original film, so if Mandy wanted to, she could put that on Amazon Prime or Netflix or Tubi or whatever streaming platform. There are definitely more opportunities, possibilities available for streaming as far as that goes. Boredom and Bloodshed is live on Indiegogo right now. The campaign launched Friday, I believe, and we reached our goal with under 24 hours. We reached the goal. Right now we're reaching towards a stretch goal of $7,000. I think we're just over 3,000 away. Once we get to 7,000, we're having free raffle night for all the campaign backers. You guys can win some cool stuff. It's a lot of fun. If you guys haven't seen it before, we go live on Facebook. We give a bunch of free stuff away. So we have some acting opportunities, producer credits, get your book in the movie, get your song in the movie, get yourself a t-shirt, a hat, a beanie, a mug, whatever. There's something there for everybody at every price point. There's no excuses, guys. There's no excuses, right? If you can't donate, it's understandable. Help us out by sharing the campaign so we can get as many eyes on it as possible. Not everybody is able to donate, but sharing helps a lot. Doesn't cost anything, and it's appreciated.
Sharing is caring.
All right. Just want to make sure I don't.
Without all the donations and people, going to Indiegogo and checking things out, without picking up those perks and things and helping out in any way they can, this doesn't happen. We wouldn't be here.
Exactly. The donations are vital to basically the life force of the film. We wouldn't be able to make it without those donations.
Unless you have a really rich uncle. Which I don't. I do not. And again, the numbers that you see on Indiegogo are not what we actually have to make the movie. Indiegogo takes a percentage. With Blood Loss, a lot of that money went towards perks, shipping. Then we did multiple free raffle nights and gave a ton of stuff away. We had a bunch of deals where if you signed up, you got a free lanyard, a free this, a free that. So we don't actually have the numbers that you see. Then on top of that, we have to pay taxes at the end of the year, which nobody likes doing, but it's part of it, right? So we don't actually have what you guys see there. So the donations really go a long way, because without that, I mean, it literally is not possible. Check out those campaigns. Keep an eye open for the new Blood Loss one. I want to make sure we get these comments in before we disappear. Seth says, "Be safe, Matt, and thank you."
Thank you, Seth.
Let's see. Lord Gary says his favorite is Adam West. Adam West is the best Batman. Zachary says, "I'm gonna watch The Lost Boys tonight. I watched The Lost Boys last night."
Good movie.
Clifton's here. It wasn't last night. It was the night before.
2 nights ago, I watched it. The Lost Boys is Clifton Taylor's favorite movie too, if he's still here. Seth Newman says,
I remember when it came out when I was little. I was really mesmerized by it, but I just always giggle at the saxophone scene. When I was little, the guy with the saxophone with his shirt off at the beach. I don't know. Classic.
Seth Newman says, "Good movie." Lord Gandy says, "Does Matt like Spaceballs?"
Who doesn't like Spaceballs? It's one of
Who
the best
doesn't like Space?
It's one of the best spoof movies going. It's fantastic.
You know what's funny about that film though? It's the thing that stands out to me, like even like when I was a kid, was when they said they're combing the desert and they have the big combs. And they're like literally combing the desert. That's like the only thing that like pops into my head right away. It's
Really,
stuck
all
in
the
my head since I
little
was a
puns
kid.
and things throughout that whole movie, and that's what you grab.
Yeah, that was like the one that stuck with me for some reason. I think
Very
because I
good.
had to ask my mom like what the joke was because I was a little kid and I'm like, I go,
Ah.
what's the joke with that? And she had to explain
Gotcha.
it to me. So I think that's why it sticks out the most. But so every time it's like I see Spaceballs, it's like, or somebody says it, I'm like, combing the desert.
Zachary says today he watched The Return of the Living Dead, Basket Case, and tonight he's watching The Lost Boys.
There you go.
Well, he's on a roll there. Basket Case is one of my favorites. We did watch that recently though, so that you could look at puppets and stuff, right?
I don't think we ended up watching it.
Basket Case?
Yeah. Maybe we were gonna.
I know we watched Critters.
Something. Yeah, we watched a lot of Critters. I think there were like 4 of them we watched.
Yeah, because he hadn't seen a lot of them. I seen them, but
No. We didn't watch Critters. I watched Ghoulies. I meant Ghoulies, not Critters.
we didn't watch Critters.
No.
I thought we watched that one.
No. Ghoulies.
No, we watched Ghoulies.
Yeah. So there you go. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. It's been about an hour and a half.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
You know what we saw last night?
Go ahead. Every time I go to end it. Yeah, go ahead. What did we watch last night?
We went and saw Twisters.
I was saving it for Friday, but yeah, okay. So if you guys want, by the way, movies we've watched recently since last night, because we did this 2 nights ago, was Twisters. And if you guys haven't seen Twisters, it's not good, but it can be fun if you
get
if
some
you laugh
laughs
along
out
with
of
it.
it. I know it's supposed to be serious, but
If you're willing to go along with it and play pretend, or go in knowing that it's not great, then you can have fun and kind of laugh with it, or laugh at it.
there's a lot of parts where I couldn't hold in my laughter. There's nobody else laughing with me. But I was laughing.
The theater is pretty much full. Like we're in the late night showing. It's all the seats are pretty much taken. We're all the way in the back, and Mandy's just and she's the only one. She's the only one. Nobody else is laughing at all. And then she keeps tapping my shoulder, and she's like, "Did you see him? Did you see him?" Yeah,
I had a fun time.
it's a girl from New York goes to Texas and gets in.
It was not Kentucky. The other one, it's Oklahoma.
A girl from New York goes down south to help chase these twisters. Oklahoma, whatever. And there are these cowboys that have their own YouTube channel, so they film themselves chasing tornadoes, and it's very yeehaw, and she's very not yeehaw. And it's a lot of like, yeah, we're gonna go chase some tornadoes. It's
they call themselves tornado wranglers.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
Sean says, Sean Robinson's here from Friday the 13th Blood Loss. Sean was Brain in Blood Loss. We're pretty excited for you guys to see his scenes. We just announced tonight, right before we went live, that Sean has joined the cast of Boredom and Bloodshed. He's our newest cast announcement. How cool is that? Sean says the next movie he wants to see in theaters is Alien Romulus. Yeah, we're going to most likely see that tomorrow, I'm guessing. Yeah. We're just going to go see it. Lord Gary says, Killer Tomatoes versus Killer Pizza. Killer Pizza would kill the tomatoes and wear them as a dress, right?
It would have to be the Killer Pizza would actually kill off all the killer tomatoes, because the killer tomatoes are actually, they're They don't have
Zachary.
brains.
Zachary says he wasn't a big fan of the first Twister, so I'm not going to bother seeing the new one. And then the next one he wants to see is the Crow remake. Yeah, I'm not super excited for the Crow. Wasn't like, you know, I don't even know if I don't think I've ever sat through the original Twister movie, but I sat through this one in the theater and it was not great. And the Crow, I like the Crow, but I'm not excited for the new one. But we're gonna go see Alien Romulus, right?
You'll have to let us know
I
what you
won't
thought.
laugh, I promise.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about it Friday when we go live. Like I was trying to say before, 9:00 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be live with actors, Friday the 13th, Blood Loss actors, Lisa Silvestri, Eric Zygmunt, and Juan Carlos Montoya. We got a trifecta guest lineup for Friday.
Very
Yay.
nice. I'm definitely going to have to tune in.
Okay.
You're going to have to tune
We'll
in
be
Friday
here.
night, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be live, so you guys can leave comments and ask questions and be shown on screen. It'll be a lot of fun. And until then, we will let you guys go. Matthew White, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Have a good night. We're going to see you soon. We're going to have Matthew back on as soon as we can get him back on, all right? He's a very busy guy, but we're going to find a way. Thank you again for everything that you did. We're going to
Thank
see
you guys.
soon, all
Appreciate it.
Good night, Matthew.
That was Matthew White. How cool was that? The comments, now people are commenting. Let's see what they're saying. Zachary, I love talking movies. We're going to talk more movies Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. It'll give us a couple days to watch a couple more movies and give the lowdown on them. Sean says, wouldn't the pizza absorb the killer tomatoes into its sauce? I think so. I think that's what would happen. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us as always. Thank you for tuning in, leaving comments, asking questions, being a part of the films with us. We appreciate all the support very much. Friday the 13th Blood Loss Finishing Funds campaign goes live on Indiegogo September 1st. Killer Pizza campaign's in demand on Indiegogo right now. It has an amazing cast. If you're not part of it, I don't know why. And Boredom and Bloodshed just went live on Indiegogo on Friday. It's already reached its goal. You can still be a part of it. There are acting opportunities, producer credits, custom merchandise, and more. Help us reach our stretch goals so that we can make it as good as it possibly can be. All the support's appreciated for all the films. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And oh my God, there we go. We'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.